Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm glad to see you again and we continue to our exciting journey into the cloud computing. In today's video, we will discuss the key topic about the cloud technology, especially focusing on the important aspects like cost management, reliability, security, performance. Let's get started. First of all, if you remember that we talk about cloud computing pricing. Cloud computing is based on pay-as-you-go pricing model. This means that you only pay for what you actually use. It's flexible, cost-effective, and easy to scale up and down as your business needs change. For example, imagine paying for the electricity. You only pay for what you consume monthly. Cloud computing works exactly the same. How about the renting and owning the infrastructure? With cloud computing, instead of buying the expensive hardware upfront, you are essentially renting computer power from the companies like Amazon or Microsoft. When you are done, you simply stop renting, which helps you to keep costs down. What is the benefit of that? For example, we have a high availability and scalability, reliability and predictability, strong security and easy governance, simple management for our IT resources. What is the meaning of the high availability? The high availability, the high availability means you could, I can say that your cloud services are always online and accessible even during the disruption. Amazon and Netflix use cloud technology to ensure their website never go down, even if one server fails. How about the scalability? Scalability in cloud means essentially adjusting resources to handle more traffic or workload. Cloud resources scale vertically, adding power to existing server, or horizontally, adding more servers. What is the vertical scaling? It involves increasing resources like a CPU or RAM on the same server. For example, we upgrading your laptop's RAM when it becomes slow in vertical scaling. How about the horizontal one? The horizontal means adding more server when the traffic increase, distributing workload eventually. For example, when a popular website faces sudden traffic spikes, it adds extra server automatically to stay responsive. The next step, we can talk about the reliability. What is the reliability in the cloud means and how is that work? The reliability ensure your system stay operational even after failure, thanks to the redundant setup in different regions. Okay, Google Cloud has data centers worldwide, so even if one region has issue, your service stay online. How about the predictability in the cloud performance? Predictability lets you expect consistent performance and cost, making sure that there are not any surprises in usage of expenses. How about the reliable performance? Techniques like auto scaling and load balancing help ensure that your application actually perform consistently no matter how many users visit your website at once. Okay, we have a performance optimization. With the performance optimizations, uh, cloud provide offer tools that monitor usage in real time. If the traffic grows, as you can see here, if the traffic grows, these tools automatically provide more resources to keep your app running smoothly. We have a cost predictability as well. With the cloud service, you can accurately forecast your spending, manage your budget effectively, and avoid unexpected costs using tools provided by cloud providers. The next step is back to the security and governance in the cloud. I think it is one of the most important part for any clients. Cloud security ensure your data and resources remains protected, provided such as Azure or AWS offer built-in tools like a firewall and encryption to keep your information safe. For protecting your data, cloud cloud providers encrypt your data, and both when they store in your servers or even you are transfer that data, okay? Ensuring that it's safe from unauthorized access. The next step is back to the manage users, okay? We can say that identity management. Cloud services such as Azure Active Directory help you securely manage user account and permissions, preventing unauthorized access. We have regularity compliance. Providers comply with the global standards such as ISO, HIPAA, ensuring your data storage meets the regularity requirement. We have a real-time threat detection as well. This is, I think, one of the best opportunity that we have in the cloud. With the cloud security system, constantly monitor your resources for suspicious activities and alerting you immediately if something unusual is detected. How about the governance and policies? Cloud platforms allow you to enforce policies consistently, ensuring that the compliance across your organization. We have a continuous compliance monitoring service like Azure Security Center constantly check your cloud environment, making sure that you meet the security and standard every day. And the next one is back to the manageability in the cloud computing. Cloud manageability means easily controlling your resources, either manually or automatically, and help you to save time and resources and also reduce the errors. How about the management of the cloud resources? Okay, how is that work? You can automated resources scaling, monitoring, and deployment, significantly simplifying the management of your infrastructure. We can say that it is easy cloud management tools. Cloud services offer tools that you can access via web browser, command line interface, API, or a script, and make it simple to manage everything from anywhere. And we can design an architect of our cloud system. Cloud architectures involve organizing the cloud resources efficiently, optimizing that cost, performance, and security. Okay, right now I want to talk about what is the cloud region. The cloud region is a geographical area with data centers. Choosing a region close to your user and reduce latency and improve the performance. For example, Netflix uses the regions globally to stream smoothly worldwide, okay? And what is the benefit of that region and how is that work and important? Compliance with the local data law, increase reliability through the multiple data centers, fast data access for user around the world. The next step is back to the Azure or availability zone, Azure availability zone, but it's the availability zone is exactly the same as traditional data center. These are separate locations within one region to protect it against failures. If one zone fails, your services remain active in another. For example, if one data center loses the power, your app remains running smoothly through another availabilities. What is the key point of your availability zone? Ensure your application stay online during the outage and protect your data with multiple backup and allow uninterrupted upgrades and maintenance. We have Azure Well Architecture Framework. The framework guides how to build robust cloud system, focusing on the cost, performance, reliability, operational excellence, and security. And we have the 5 pillars of your Azure architecture could be cost optimization, keeping expenses efficient, operational excellence, automating and improving operation, performance efficiency, matching resources to demand, reliability to designing for failure, and security for protecting data and resources. The next step, we want to talk about the cost optimization. I think we already cover some of this stuff based on the cost. I think for everybody, for all of us, the cost it's important to be part of our budget. Cost optimization ensure you are not overspending by carefully selecting and managing your cloud services. For example, using the cheaper resources during off-peak hours or reserving resources at disconnected rates in advance. I think for this video, we cover everything. It's back to the why these days so important to move from the traditional mode to the cloud, and how the cloud provider improved our environment to the safe, I can say, environment to take care of our data, our customers, and everything. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.